All right, today we're going to be working on the Unit 1 New York State Test Prep problems. Now, I understand you're not going to take the state test. However, these are really good questions to cover kind of all of what we've done in our year. So let's go back to place value. The population of a city in North Carolina is, remember we talk between around the comma, 403,892. What is 403,892 rounded to the nearest thousand? So I'm going to write my number. I'm going to underline the nearest thousand. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay. Underline and look behind. What does that 8 tell that 3 to do? Good. Give it a shove. So remember, we circle that 8 to remind us it's going to turn into a 0. So 404, give that 3 a shove. The 8 tells the 3, and the rest become zeros. What's the closest answer? B. Or exact, I guess, for this one. All right, a survey reported that this many people visited the local science museum last year. How can this number be written in word form? So remember, we talk around the comma. 713,298. All right, let's look at our answers. 71,000. No, it's 713,000. Get rid of that. 713,000. 713,000. Okay, good so far. 298. 298. Got it. All right, I like it, but remember, we always check all of our answers, so we're going to leave this one alone. 713, yep. 298. Well, they forgot 1,000. That can't be right. 730,000. No. There's my answer. What is the sum of 7,447 and 1,027? We know that sum is a key word to add. Seven plus 7 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1. 4 plus 2 is 6, and 1 more is 7. 4 and 0 is 4. 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, comma. 8,474. 8,474. All right, expanded form. Remember, expanded form is we're taking each piece and expanding to its value. So this 7 is just worth 7. This 8 is not just worth 8, it's worth 8 tens, which is the same as 80. So if you look, let's look. 9 is in the thousands, so 9,000. 7 is in the hundreds, 700. 8 is in the tens, 80, and 7. So this one doesn't have any value. And if we were to add this all up, we'd get, what, 15 and 16, so 31? No, that's not right. Nope, it's got to be that one. 9,787. All right, which number sentence is true? Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of work for this one, and we're going to have to do a little bit of work for this one, which is okay. But let's do the easy ones first. So, is 14,999... Well, actually, let me go the other way. Is 14,000 less than 14,999? Oh, well, look at that. I kind of like it. Let's wait on that one a minute. Is 98,997 greater than 100,001? No. Nope. All right, let's look at this one. 8 8,000. We just talked about place value. 8,000. Okay, 8's in the thousands. 500. 500. 70. Okay, 70. 3. This is not 3 ones. This is 3 tens. Get rid of it. And then we could do very quickly, we could try and solve this just to be sure we didn't make a mistake. Oh, nope, that's wrong. Gotta be B. All right, to the back. This set of base 10 blocks represents a number. The value of the number can be represented in different ways. So here we have, let's see if you remember your forms. What form is this? Word form. What form is this? Expanded. What is this? Unit form. The number and its unit. And then this is expanded again. All right, so let's see what we got here. How many hundreds do we have? 2. So that's 200. All right, so right off the bat, there are 2 answers I can get rid of. There is not 300, and it is not 300s. Goodbye. All right, let's go to the tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could we have made a mistake? This is why we check all of our answers, friends, because so many of you will look at the beginning and you'll say, I got it. You gotta be careful. They try to trick us. So there are 200 blocks here, right? But there's also 100 blocks here. They just separate them in tens rods. And then how many ones do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. Could our answer potentially be 314 and 5? Maybe, because there's 300 here. So let's go through each of our answers and find out. 245. Well, if I put this all together, 200 and 100 is 300 plus 40 plus 5. So my total should be 345. Is that what this says? No, get rid of it. How about here? 200 plus 140 plus 5. Ooh, we got a little matchy-matchy here. But I'm going to check those first 2 answers that I originally said were out, because I want to make sure, now that I know that there's an extra 100 in here. All right, so 3 hundreds, 14 tens, and 5 ones. Are there 14 tens? No, 40, so it can't be that. 314 and 5, well, that's not even going to add up. That's going to give me 319. That's not 345. So our answer is B. All right, the 4 highest mountains in the world are listed below. So we've got 4 values here. Use the greater than or less than symbols to write the heights of the 4 highest mountains from greatest to least number of feet. So I need the biggest one first. So let's first remember that when we talk about comparing numbers, especially when we have more than 2, we should always put them in a chart. So I'm going to use a scrap sheet of paper. You could probably use the side if you wanted to. Remember our chart? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, hundred thousands, and millions. Let me put my numbers in my chart. All right, so K2 is 28,251. 28,251. And I'm just going to label it over here. K2. My next one is 28,169. 28,169. And that is, ooh, goodness. I'm just going to call that Kang. Then we've got 29,035. And we're going to call that one Everest. I'm just going to write EV. And I'm not even sure the last one. So we're going to write it in. And we're just going to call that LHO, low. Lotes, I think maybe? I don't know. All right, so let's look at these values. We see that all of them go to the 10,000s place. So let's go to the 10,000s place and see. We can't compare anything here. They're all the same. Let's go to the thousands. Oh, there's one that's less than the other, or more than the other. So they want us to label them in order of greatest to least. So what is my biggest number here? Good, Everest. So on your paper, you're going to write 29,035 first. And they want us to use our symbols. So we're going to use the greater than symbol. And then I'm going to cross this one off. I used it. All right, what's the next biggest? Oh, there's a tie for the next biggest, so I got to go to the next column. Oh, K2. So write it in, 28,251. Okay, we're writing the heights. I'll show you what my paper's looking like here. Okay. The next height is looking like Kang at 28,169. And the last one is low, 27,940. Okay. So you should have all four values with the greater than. This is greater than this. This is greater than this. This is greater than this. All right, when Lena rounded the heights, she got the same number for all four mountains. When Adam rounded, he got the same number for 3 of the mountains and a different number for the 4th. Can they both be correct? Okay, so we talked about this when we did place value, and there's a one simple answer. They can both be correct depending on what place you're rounding to. If you're rounding to the ones or the tens place, remember you're going to get a very, very precise number. The farther out in the place value you go, the farther away from your actual answer you get, which is sometimes okay. So yes, they can both be right. It depends on the place you are rounding to. Okay. Now it says the 5th highest mountain is Makalu, maybe? I don't know. Its height rounded to the nearest 100 is 27,800 feet. What is the highest that this mountain can be? So, if we're rounding to the nearest 100, okay? So there's the hundreds place. What is the highest that it can be before we have to bump up that number? That 0 has to be less than 5. Good. So the biggest number that this could be would be 27,849, because when we round this to the nearest hundred, that 4 is going to leave that 8 alone. If I go up to a 5, it's going to give it a shove, and it's going to be 27,900. Okay? So that takes us to Unit 2, which will be the next video.